Okay, so to be completely honest, I had been all dressed up fancy. I had a little setup. I was going to film this Q&A, but it felt way too fancy. I felt like this needed to be a more chill video. So I put on my little Smash and Tess outfit. I got in bed and I'm going to drink my coffee while we have a little chat. So I asked over on my Instagram for you guys to send over some questions so you could get to know me better, and you sent over lots, and we're kind of gonna get deep. So let's chat. First question is, what is your biggest fear? Okay, so I have a few answers for this. 1, I'm afraid of bees, hornets, wasps, any of those little stingy flyy creatures. I'm terrified of them. I'm that person that embarrasses all of my friends because when we're out at a patio and a bee comes by, I have like a sixth sense for bees. I know when they're nearby and I will run and scream and often cry. I'm really sorry to my friends. I also have a fear of clowns that has carried over since I was a little kid when I was, I want to say 6 or 7, way too young. My older cousin had a birthday party and she invited me, and I thought it was so cool because I was the youngest with all of these older kids and they wanted to watch a scary movie. We watched Stephen King's The It. It scarred me. Also, I might have had a fear of showering in baths for a long time. I used to shower facing the drain exclusively so that I could look down and make sure a killer clown wasn't going to come out of it and kill me. The more profound and deep answer to what my deepest fear is, and it's probably what my biggest fear actually is disappointing people or having people be mad at me or being disliked. I have crippling social anxiety, and that all ties together to make me one big anxious glob at any social interaction. What 3 things will you nerd out about any day? I assume that means nerdy things that I love. I don't know what's considered nerdy, so I don't know if this all counts. You guys will have to tell me. 1, Harry Potter. Obviously, I am a huge Harry Potter fan. If you watched my book tour, then you'd know that. I'm a Hufflepuff. Let me know what house you are. The second thing is probably fan fiction. I'm a huge fan fiction fan. Fun fact, when I was a young kid, before I even knew what fan fiction was, I had this yellow scribbler. I would write essentially Harry Potter fan fiction, but it was writing myself into the Harry Potter storyline. But not only that, I also wrote fan fiction on Quizilla. I don't know if anyone remembers Quizilla, but I used to write fan fiction on it, and people used to message me and be like, oh my god, when's the next chapter coming out? So it might have been horrible, but there was at least a few people out there that read it, so. And number 3, does Disney count? Because I also love Disney. I love going to Disney World, Disneyland. They're my 2 favorite places probably ever. All right, getting deep. Someone asked for advice for dealing with fertility setbacks or waiting to be a parent. Honestly, I wish I had advice for you, but I need advice myself. I have been struggling with both of these things lately. I want to be a parent so bad, but I feel like it's so far away, even though I've been working towards it for almost a year. It's definitely hard. It's definitely frustrating. I feel like one thing that's really helped me is finding people that I can talk to. So other people suggested support groups on Facebook. I haven't checked those out yet, but I'm going to. But finding people in similar situations that you can talk to has really helped, because I was keeping it all inside, all of my feelings, and it was definitely not healthy. And yeah, I really wish I had better advice for you, but know that I'm thinking of you and know that you're not alone, and I know that it's really hard, but everything's gonna work out in the end. Someone said, I saw your photos from your wedding. It looks like you both had at least 3 outfits. Is that true? Kind of, yes. For my wedding ceremony, me and my wife each had a dress. I'll show them here. For the reception, me and my wife each had a different dress, and then our wedding was a multi-day affair. We had a brunch the next day. At the brunch, we had little white dresses. So we eloped last minute and did our wedding vows and legal wedding, just us, a few days before our scheduled wedding. So we did have outfits for that too. Allie ordered hers on the internet for like $30, and I got my black dress at a local boutique for super cheap. Oh, and then we also had our rehearsal dresses. So it's a lot of outfits. Why not? You only get married once, hopefully, so why not go all out and wear all of the pretty dresses that you want? Who inspires you? There's a few different ways that I can answer this. One being like a celebrity that inspires me would be Emma Watson. It's not even just that she was in Harry Potter, and I love Harry Potter. I think it's really cool that she was famous as a young child and really has like a level head on her shoulders. She really uses her platform for good, which I really admire and inspire to be like. I think she's doing wonderful things. I love that she went to university even though she has $1 million bajillion dollars. Another person that I look up to in a business sense is Jenna Kutcher. I feel like she made something from nothing, and that really inspires me because I didn't come from a very wealthy family. Seeing someone make a huge empire from nothing is really inspiring to me. Also, my mom is a huge role model to me. How did you come out to your extended family? So if you guys didn't know, I am a lesbian, married to a woman. I came out when I was 20 years old. I didn't really come out to my extended family, honestly. I came out to my parents and my siblings. I think my mom told my siblings. I didn't really care. I mean, I don't live at home or in the same place as most of my family. I live in a different province, so I don't see them that much, and I don't know, I just wasn't that worried about their opinion of me. I had a feeling that some of them wouldn't be okay with it. I mean, I think they're all okay with it. No one has said anything otherwise to me, but I honestly didn't really come out to them. I told everyone that mattered to me and everyone that was important, and then I just told my mom, you know what, if you want to tell people, if it comes up, you can tell them. I really don't care. And that really worked for me. If you're close with your extended family, maybe you want to tell them. I just didn't really feel like I wanted to add all of that extra stress because coming out is such an emotionally taxing thing to do. And by creating this absolutely massive list of everyone that I know in life and being like, I have to come out personally to each one of them, that was just too much for me. I didn't want to deal with any emotional backlash. Again, like I said, I hate people being mad or disappointed with me. That's an issue I need to work through with my therapist, but oh well, I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I said, you know what? If they find out, they find out. I'm not going to go through the emotional turmoil of having to tell all of them. What is your Enneagram? Enneagram? I am a 3. An Enneagram 3, I believe. I'm pretty sure I'm a 3 wing 4, but I also might be a 4 wing 3. Let's go with the first one. Another gay question. How did I tell my parents that I am gay, and how long did it take for them to accept it? I am very, very, very lucky. I know a lot of people have really horrible coming out experiences, but mine wasn't like that. I grew up with very liberal, very young, very chill, kind of hippy-dippy parents, and they really didn't care. So I had been dating Allie, my wife, for a few months. I went home and my mom kind of guessed. I don't remember exactly what happened, but she was like, are you dating this girl? And I'd been like Skyping her a lot and talking to her constantly. And my mom was like, are you dating her? And I was like, yeah. And my mom said, okay, cool. And that was honestly it. I don't even know if I told Dad. I don't think I told him. I was very chill about coming out to my family. I wasn't really worried about my mom having a negative reaction. I knew she wouldn't care. So my parents also didn't really need much time to come around and accept it. They were pretty good with it from the get-go. Why neuroscience as a major? When I was in university, I did a Bachelor of Science with a major in neuroscience and also a certificate in disabilities management. Why neuroscience? I love science. I knew that I wanted to go to university to pursue a science degree. I chose neuroscience, one reason being that I wanted to be a doctor. At that point in time, I wanted to be a pediatrician, and that was my goal since I was a kid. I was like, I'm going to be a pediatrician when I grow up. So when I went to university, I was like, here we go. Let's study really hard. I'm going to be a doctor. And then I realized that I am not the kind of person suited to be a doctor. It's not that I'm bad with blood. It's not that I'm scared of needles. It's none of that. It's not that I'm not empathetic, because I'm a pretty empathetic person. Probably too empathetic to be a doctor. I would just be a blubbering mess constantly. I'm too selfish to be a doctor. You need to dedicate so much of your life to medicine, whether that be studying, whether that be residency, whether it's like impossibly long nights at the hospital. I need my beauty sleep. It wasn't for me. I moved my aspirations. Again, this was supposed to be about neuroscience, not about what I wanted to be when I grew up and why I decided not to be a doctor. I don't even know if I would have gotten into med school. So neuroscience, I loved the psychology aspect of it. I love the brain. I love figuring out how things work. I loved all of the different sensory processes like hearing and speech and vision and seeing how they all work. Just the fact that you just think, move your fingers, and you move your fingers is wild to me. So I just thought it was really cool, and there was a lot of lab work involved. I love that. So neuroscience was just what I did. Advice for breakups. Okay, I feel for you if you're going through a breakup. I remember how hard that was, even though I am married.
I had to come tell you I was breaking up with you.
You're breaking up with me?
We're divorcing.
And so we're going to talk about breakups right now. Do you have breakup advice for them, my love?
Oh, God.
Oh, let's hear. What's Allie Conway's breakup advice?
She's making a cameo. Well, mine was write a bunch of songs.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was stalk them. Mine was incessantly try to call, message, show up at the door.
I feel like those aren't healthy ways to deal with a breakup.
But usually I was the breaker-upper.
And you still did all that to them?
It was once. I was once the breaker-upper. I was fine. A few times. My advice is find someone new real fast. That's what I did. Just go on dates right away.
That's called a rebound.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's healthy either.
It helps you forget.
No, you don't get a kiss. You don't get a kiss. My breakup advice. Definitely spend a lot of time with your friends and pay attention to other relationships in your life. I think it's a great time for like self-care and finding yourself and being okay with being alone, which is a terrifying concept, but I think it's really important, especially for making relationships last in the long run. I think it's really important to know who you are and not try to find yourself in another person. Definitely spend so much time with your friends, have so much fun, do all of the freeing things that you felt like you couldn't do because you were in a relationship, whether that be staying out all night with your friends drinking and dancing when it's not the middle of a global pandemic. Please don't let me see any of you out at bars. We're still in a pandemic, people. Or adventuring off on your own to another country for a month-long trip, backpacking to find yourself. Just do whatever it is that is going to bring you joy. It's okay to be sad. I've definitely had some breakups in my life that felt like they were the end of the world, especially when I was a teenager. But now, looking back, it doesn't hurt. I just want you to know that. Eventually, it's not gonna hurt. Right now it hurts, but one day you're going to be like that Taylor Swift song where you forgot that they existed, because that happens to me sometimes. It's like, whew, I forgot forgot about that part of my life. What do you love about yourself physically and non-physically? Physically, I like my smile. I think I look happy. And not physically, I'm going to say my creativity. I love that about me. I love that I love to make things, and I love that I'm creative. What would I say to my 15-year-old self? So, when I was 15, I was living on an island, and not like a fun tropical kind of island, like Prince Edward Island. It was not fun nor tropical. I would tell myself to not chase relationships, to spend more time with your friends. Being young, oh my gosh. I used to do the most ridiculous things with my friends, and now that I'm an adult, I don't feel like they're as appropriate. Maybe I should still do ridiculous things with my friends. But just have fun and be young and be a kid. Try to get out of your head, because I was so anxious and I was so worried about people liking me. Just enjoy yourself and be a teenager, and you're going to make mistakes. Some are going to be really big mistakes that you're going to regret. You're going to have regrets, and just know that it all works out. You're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn from them, and you're going to grow from them, and you're going to be a better, stronger person because of them, and it's all going to be okay in the end. I think that's the most important part. What is my favorite part of living in Nova Scotia, and will we live here forever? I'm an East Coast girl. I love the East Coast. I feel like I will always live on the East Coast, or at least somewhere where there's ocean. I love being close to the ocean. My favorite thing about Nova Scotia might be that it's on the ocean. I also love how close everything is and how varied the landscape is. I feel like if you drive an hour in any direction, it's so different. Will we stay here forever? Time will tell. I can't tell you, because I don't know. How old are you? I am 26. How many kids do you want to have? Okay, so I used to want to have 4 kids. Now I think maybe 4 is too many, but I definitely want more than 1. I think 2 is still too few. I would say 3, but 3 was a weird number. I grew up with my younger brother and sister, and 3 of us was a little awkward. I felt like they were always paired up, and then it was me. So, maybe 4. We'll see. I have no clue. I might have 1 and decide that that's enough. What is important to you in a relationship? I feel like when I was looking for a forever relationship, and a relationship that was going to last, obviously, I think we needed to agree on the big things. That's something that I really wanted. I didn't think that I don't think I could marry someone that was super religious when I'm not, or someone that never wanted kids when I do. I feel like I needed someone that I could agree with on the big stuff. Also, someone that would challenge me and make me a better person. I mean, I stopped eating meat because of Allie, which is a pretty big thing. Okay, so this video definitely ended up being way longer than I anticipated. So anyone that's stuck it out this far, thank you for watching. Oh my gosh, I hope you got to know me a little better. Maybe we can do a few more of these chatty Q&As in the future, and you can get to know me even better. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know something about you, preferably what Hogwarts house you're in, because I'm very curious. And I'll see you guys back here soon for another video. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day.